guys, welcome back to Sean R Training. Now on this week's episode, I've told you guys that I'm going to break apart the differences between an at-home workout and a in-gym workout. Now there's really only two things that separate the two. One is you're in a gym with all of the machines and the equipment, and the other is that you're usually at home and have very limited equipment. For example, my limited equipment is a yoga block, a foam roller, a band, and a tennis ball. So that is possible equipment that you guys may have, but as I promised, it is going to be a strict bodyweight workout, which is also known as calisthenics. So for every exercise that we do today, there's going to be 7 of them. We are going to do a repetition range between 6 to 10 for bodyweight strength. Okay, so what that means is we're going to do each exercise all the way down and through in order. We're going to alternate between upper body and lower body. We do also have one small core component as well. And then from that, we will go to the very end where I will give you a very brief overview of what a good stretch session is, how long to hold a stretch, and what it should look like either at home or in the gym, because stretching and the technique of exercise doesn't change between where you are. The only thing that should change is your surroundings. So, without further ado, let's do it. Alright, so, oh yeah, I needed to break a myth. The myth is that you will always get a better workout in the gym than you will get at a home workout. Totally incorrect. It all depends on how you plan your exercise routine. So with that being said, hopefully this exercise routine really gets you guys going, because I know it's going to get me going. Alright, so after a warm-up of about 5 minutes of doing high knees, arm circles front to back or back to front, arm crossovers, and then possibly some lightweight lunges or bodyweight lunges. That would be what I recommend for your warm-up. But your exercises, as promised, is going to be your very first one is a jumping jack. So we're going to go ahead and do that one together. Make sure to split your legs open to a wide stance when you're at the bottom, and your hands come all the way up to the top when you get there. Alright, here's 6 minimum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you do your 6 jumping jacks, the next one is going to be your push-ups. Now, I've done the push-ups before, but I'm going to show you how to do them again. Now, I'm going to do them on an inclined platform so you guys can see it a little bit better, and that way you guys have a modification for your push-up. Biggest thing here is to make sure that your hands are at your shoulder height, because when they're down and beneath, you're going to be activating different muscles than the ones we want. You're going to go from here, you're going to go straight down, and then from there come all the way straight back up. You want to make sure that your butt isn't up in the air when you do the push-up. You want to make sure that your hips are nice and flat and you have a good line from head to toe. You're going to get 6 to 10 of those done again for your body weight strength. And then we're going to move on to our lunges. Now here's the thing with a lunge. A lot of people have this thought process that if your knee tracks in front of your toes, it's going to be an incorrect lunge. And just so you guys can see this a little bit better, I'm going to go right there. When you lunge, you do ideally want your knee to be right above your ankle. So what I want you guys to use as a cue is to think that you're in an elevator shaft and you can go only up and down and no forward and back movement. So you start at the very top, you go down your elevator shaft and right back up. We're going to do that so that we get a full 6 to 10 count, again for our bodyweight exercise. 6, and then switch to the other leg. Now again, if you are someone that suffers from really good balance, have a chair right beside you, and that way you can hold on to something and go from there. 4, 5, 6. Alright. So, our next one is going to be our core exercise. So that is going to be our Russian twist or a V-sit. I'm giving you guys 2 options here, because some people can't do the V, or some people can't do the Russian twist because it's too much to demand. So the first thing with your V-fit is your feet are either going to be on the floor, or you're going to challenge yourself and hover them. Make sure that your chest is brought forward and you're thinking about your belly button to spine. You can have your hands down by your thighs, or flipped out to the front. You're going to hold this for between 10 to 15 seconds. If you want to do your Russian twist, you're going to twist and touch the opposite side. This will then activate your obliques even more. You got it for 3, 2, and 1. Whew. My heart rate is 132 beats per minute. Your next one is going to be your cardio component. So this is generally going to be something that just gets your heart rate up. So I'm going to do mountain climbers. You guys can do absolutely whatever you want. High knees, jumping jacks would be another good alternative. You could do butt kickers as well, okay? So mountain climbers, pretty much in a push-up position. From here, you can bring one foot up and tap, and go back to the other. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh. Oh. Now the other thing with the home-based workouts, guys, is to always make sure it's in a fun environment. If it's in your front room, you're going to have a lot of distractions and a lot of different things. So having your own space or your own office or your own dedicated workout area is going to be where you really, really prosper. Oh, if you guys can't tell, I'm trying to trade breaks. Your next one is going to be your dog birds. Now this is your 7th and final exercise. Now with this exercise, I want you to think about stabilizing your core or your trunk. Your trunk is basically from here to here. It includes your diaphragm and all of your obliques, your transverse abdominis, everything around the center. So you really want to brace this here. So when you do that, you're going to be in a tabletop position. Now some people will do the dog bird with a pull in first and then an extension. As a first time around, let's not do the pull-in and let's just go straight for the extension and then right back down. So you're going to go ahead and extend your right arm and your left leg straight out behind you, flexing the foot, keeping the hand straight, and then all the way back down. Left hand comes up, right leg goes back, all nice and straight, and right back down. That's 1. If you guys do want to make that progression, the way that you would do it is you would pull in your elbow first, making sure to keep your trunk stable, and then extending from there. Same thing when you switch back, pull in first, elbow to knee, extend, and back down. Elbow to knee, extend, and back down. Here's the final for 6. Whew, good. All right. So, when you're doing your stretching, you should match the amount of exercises you did with stretches. So today we did 7 exercises. We did our jumping jacks, our push-ups, our lunges, our Russian twist, our mountain climbers, our squats, and our dog birds. Now, with all of those exercises, you've pretty much worked every area of your body. So what I would really suggest is doing 7 different exercises or 7 different stretches. Now, when you do those stretches, you should do each stretch for a minimum of 30 seconds, and that's because you want the muscle to actually lengthen. When you hold a stretch for about 10 seconds, your muscle fibers do that, and then they go right back together. So when you hold it for 30 seconds, you actually allow some of this wiggle room between the muscle fibers so that blood flow can enter, nutrients can enter, and they can repair the damaged muscle. If you hold it for 60 seconds, you get a full lengthening process where even more blood flow, more nutrients, and more repair can happen. So, minimum is 30 seconds, ideally is 60 seconds. Going to be your at-home workout. Now, the thing that I want you guys to realize is that any at-home workout is going to be just as adequate as going to the gym. Now, the reason I want you guys to understand that is because there may be some thought in your head that if I can't get to the gym, I can't do a workout. Unfortunately, that's wrong. You can do a workout pretty much wherever you want as long as you have a yoga mat. My legs hurt from that. So it really becomes an internal motivator, and when you really want to get that exercise in or close your exercise ring, which I still have another 35 minutes to do, it's because you want to. So when you think about how am I going to get to the gym, it becomes a question of yes or no. It becomes an internal need and want and drive, or it is an external cause where you feel like you're going just because you have to. If you feel like you're going because you have to, but you're saying that you want a lifestyle change, that means you need some guidance and you need someone to help point you in the right direction. A lot of people think that a personal trainer is something that you have to save for and you have to change your life for. You do have to prioritize a little bit differently so that you can get that extended help and that push, that motivation and that dedication to get you to your lifestyle change and to your goals. But at the end of the day, you'll see that you're not spending any more money. You're just taking money from where you had it and you're investing it into your health, your wellness, a new lifestyle, and a new well-being. So, with that being said, next week I'm actually going to go over a consultation process. A lot of people have this idea of, oh my goodness, a consultation is like an interrogation. I promise you it's not. It's a lot nicer. I usually laugh the most, and that's because I think I'm funny when I'm really not, but you guys can make the call on that. So, next week, Wednesday, we will have a consultation video, which also means that there is most likely going to be a guest. Still have to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure I know exactly who I'm going to use. Alright, well, have a fantastic week, everyone. Thank you very much for watching the YouTube video.